friends, Decepticons and Duelists. Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm talking about Transformers Age of the Primes Megatronus. Now, those of you who don't know, Hasbro is doing this new toy line where they start releasing the 13 Primes, not including Optimus Prime. And, well, Megatronus was one of them, and I finally got my hands on him. And I can't wait to talk about him. And for those who don't read the comics, he's actually inspired from the IDW comics. So yeah, in the IDW, he was filled with flames, as you can tell, both here. He actually had flames coming from his mouth and chest, but again, they couldn't really do that for like the toys. So hey, it's whatever. I love the flames anyways up here. But before we jump straight into him, let's talk about the weapons and accessories he comes with. So he comes with the Requiem blaster for those Transformers fans out there. It's really cool, actually. I like it. It's a nice, really big gun, and I love how it's kind of like taken from Megatron's fusion cannon. I mean, in the show Power of the Primes, it was defined as huge, so it works out perfectly for him. In terms of like storage on him, they usually have you put it on his arms, which I cannot see it any other way. It looks too dang cool right there. But if you don't want it on his arm, you could make him hold it in his hand. But in terms of like storage, they have you place it right here on his back shoulder, just like that. Oh, sorry. Just like that. He is a pretty tall figure. I'm pretty sure I think he's a leader class or like a very expensive warrior class. This is a spear. Now, I don't know if this was intentional, but if those of you who watch Robots in Disguise, this kind of looks like the spark extractor when he slammed it into the ground to extract Unicron's spark. I mean, that's cool. It is only half of it, but it makes sense. I like it. It's up here is made out of rubber, so it can bend easily. So yeah, but this is plastic. Oh, I lied. Well, this part is plastic. This is all rubber. This is plastic, so you can't bend it / break it as easily. It's still pretty cool. Again, in terms of storage, you could put it on his arm, but it's not as cool. I would normally put it in his hand. It just looks so much better. Now, in terms of like storage, if you don't want him to use it, you would just turn his back around and then just place it on one of these two ports. I'm pretty sure they show you putting it on this one, so I'm going to put it on this one. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, he comes with a sword or a dagger. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a sword. It's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of wish they made it a little longer to kind of like match his huge size, because if you compare it to him, it's as long as his arm, and I'm pretty sure long swords are like close to like this length if you are holding it. I don't know. It's still pretty cool. I like it. I don't know if this is a reference to anything. It probably was in the IDW comics. I haven't read them. I just seen this design out there a lot. So it's also probably IDW's most recognized design for how cool it is. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the sword. Again, you can make him hold it, or like in terms of storage, you can place it on his back right here, like that. It doesn't matter which side. This is just how the instructions depict it, or I have it flipped. But it's whatever. And now for the last thing he comes with, it's a mini cannon. Yeah, mini kind of. That's pretty much about it. It's pretty cool, actually. I like it. It's a nice little like plasma gun and pew right there and then. Again, you can make him hold it, but in the instructions, they have you have it like this and have it on his shoulder like that, so it fires from there. And I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for all his weapons and accessories. Well, he does have this like shoulder rocket cannon up here. That's pretty cool. I like it. It's not too bad. It kind of gets blocked out by the flame a bit, but you know, it's okay. And then he has another like little laser turret right here, I think, on his other shoulder. It's not as cool as the shoulder cannon, but it's still pretty cool. But you can't deny that this is a pretty cool figure. So we're just going to take a closer look at the face and his chest. Because it's really cool. You cannot tell. You cannot say this isn't Megatronus, or the Fallen, if you want to call him that. But yeah, in terms of movement, his head's on a bowl joint, so he can do a full 360. He can look up. He can look down. I'm going to remove the Requiem Blaster so you get the full movement of his arm. It can do a full 360. It can actually go out like this, do the transformation. And it can go in like this, do the transformation. His arm can bend like this. You're going to have to move this and probably the fire out of the way. He has arm rotation. He has a 90-degree bend on his arm, and his hand can actually open. You can only move the fingers, and it's all on one, but hey, I don't care. It's still pretty cool. And he has wrist rotation. Oh, well, now it doesn't want to be nice. And it can technically move like a wrist, move in and out. Apologies for the cat. Dying of hunger, she says, but she got fed, trust me. He has waist rotation. I'm going to move these little hip cannons, I think they are, out of the way. He can move his leg up about that far. I'm actually going to remove the spear. And then we're going to... and his leg moves back about that far. He has thigh rotation. It could do a full 360, but I don't want to risk it with how close it is. He has knee rotation, and he has knee bend, about 90 degrees. And then the most important thing, ankle tiltage. He actually gets a lot of it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything he can do in his... So yeah, that's pretty much everything he can do in his robot mode. So how about we just remove these flames really quickly so they don't get in the way for transformation. And his weapons. There we go. You can actually leave the shoulder cannon on. It won't get in the way too much, but it's still pretty cool. All right. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to rotate his head 180. Now you're going to come to his hand. You're going to pop it open. You're going to push his wrists in till it's flat in there like that. And then you're just going to close it up. And you're going to do the same thing for this hand over here. Oh, ding. Sometimes it doesn't like to work with me when it comes to closing the hand. And there you go. That's him in this vehicle form. I'm joking. Alright, so you're going to come to the chest. You're going to pick it up. You're going to grab onto one of the arms / shoulders. And you're going to fold it down. You're going to fold it down again till it's like this. We can do this here. You're going to take one of these arms. You're going to rotate it 180, just like this. And don't worry, this will become important later. But for now, it's off to the side. Now you're going to come back to the chest. You're going to fold the chest parts out towards you like this. Now you got to come to the bottom part of it, but it can rotate like this. Now this will become important later, but until then, we're going to come here. He has these tread parts right here that you're going to grab and fold it up all the way. You're going to do it on both sides. And you're going to come back here. You're going to grab these. I don't know what they call them, but you're going to grab it and you're going to rotate it and fold it up. You're going to do the same thing for this side. Just like that. And then you're going to come back here. You're going to fold it out. Just like that. And now is the fun part. You're going to grab the chest area. Fold it down. and you're going to leave it like that. Actually, no, I lied. You're going to fold this part down too. Now you're going to come back to the treads. I'm going to move it here. You're going to fold it up. There's a port right here that will attach to. There's a port right here that will attach to. You're just going to have to make sure it stays in line. It can be pretty tricky. And sometimes it doesn't like to stick in. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side. And now you're going to come down to the waist. You are going to have to rotate it. And then you're going to fold these hip. Great, that part fell. You're going to fold these hip. I don't know what they're called. You're going to fold them up. I'm going to come to the leg. You're going to rotate his knee. You're going to do the same thing here. Now you're going to go to the back of his ankle, actually. You're going to fold these brown looking pieces up, just like that. Then you're going to come behind here. You're going to fold up the treads so you can fold his foot down and then fold the tread down. And you're going to do the same thing here. And now you're going to come over here. You're going to want to take the thigh, pull it out. There's a little clip right here, and there's a port inside there that it will attach to. You're going to align that till you hear it click. And you're going to do the same thing for this thigh. Sometimes this, there we go. And now you're going to do the same thing for this one. There's a clip and a port. Just align it and it should snap into place if it wants to work with you. Of course, the camera's on, so it doesn't want to work with me. Why would it? And then you're going to fold these two parts up really quickly. There's this purple piece right here. You're going to grab it and fold it down like that. And then you're going to just fold down these brown pieces. You're going to fold it down. And then you're going to take the chest piece that we took out and just fold it down all the way like that. Just like that. And then you're going to rotate it like this really quickly. Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, no. I had it on the wrong side. We're going to rotate his arms again. Now you're going to fold the arm just like that so the yellow's facing out. You're going to do the same thing here. You're going to fold it down with the yellow facing out. Make sure it's nice and squozen in. You're just going to fold out the shoulder cannon here. This one, you're going to fold up and rotate it till the lasers are pointing at you. And then you're just going to rotate the arms inward. Now, I would say we're done, but we're not actually. Now we're going to take his Requiem blaster. You're going to take the big chunk right here, fold it up and out till it's like this. We're going to put this off to the side for a second. We're going to grab his little miniature gun. We're going to fold it. There's a port right here. You're going to fold it out like that. And then you're just going to slide it right in here to the Requiem blaster. And then you're just going to place it on his arm. Like that. And there you go. That's him in his vehicle form. It's really cool. I actually think it's a very modified version of the War for Cybertron Megatron. It's really cool. I like it. You can still see his feet, but you know, it kind of works. I guess the only real complaint, I can see his head, but I also don't care. It's way too dang cool for me to hate. And so he can roll just like a tank could with the treads. And he can actually move his cannon up and down like this. And also like a tank, he can rotate it a full 360. That's pretty cool. In terms of storage for everything, you would put the flames still on his arm. There's a port right here for it. Well, for this one at least. You would put it right here. You do the same thing. There's a port, a slot. You just put it in. Maybe, probably, if I could align it, that would be nice. There we go. And then you just put one of these right here. And then you would also put the last one right in the tank. Make it look like he's firing. Pretty cool. For the spear, they have you placing it here, but again, doesn't matter. You can place it wherever wherever there's a port. And for the sword, you would place it right here. So yeah, that's actually it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. I think he might be one of my top 10 favorite figures so far. I don't know. Maybe one day I can do one of those top 10 figures. But yeah, overall pretty cool. Love his design. Love his transformation. It's really nice. Love all the little references they gave him. Yeah, I think that's everything. Definitely recommend getting this one. Yes, he's very expensive. He cost me $60, maybe a little more due to taxes and stuff. But yeah, he's actually pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Catch you all later. Bye.